Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. We're going to talk about Grand Theft Auto 6. Rockstar Games apparently cleaning up its act and neutering Grand Theft Auto. That's what it sounds like. I mean, this could be an overreaction. I don't know, but it does sound to me like they are trying to quote-unquote clean up their act, probably in response to allegations being made against them and everything going on with Blizzard and all of that. But this is another, video game franchise that is going to get completely disemboweled, for sure. I mean, we've seen this happen time and time again with other franchises. A lot of people talking about Saints Row, Last of Us. It's going to be a kinder, gentler game in which you kill people and steal cars and break things and wreak havoc, and I guess the hot coffee is going to be decaf now. I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 273,000 subs. Thank you for the support. Check out clownshishtv.com for more pop culture news that we don't have on YouTube. Lots of articles over there. Yeah, this is going to be funny. This is going to be really interesting. They're going to blow themselves up. Rockstar, what are you doing? What are you doing? Kotaku put this up. They got from Bloomberg. Today. Rockstar Games cleaned up its frat boy culture in Grand Theft Auto 2. With a new tone at the company and a change in creative direction, GTA 6 will probably feel very different from its predecessor. Remember when Grand Theft Auto came out and parents were very angry that their kids were playing this game, and of course, we had the sex and the violence and the whatever, and my reaction to that was, why are you letting your kids play this game? It's your responsibility to make sure your kids don't play this game. That being said, Grand Theft Auto is one of the most popular video game franchises of all time, because people like those things about Grand Theft Auto. It's not a politically correct game. You can do things in Grand Theft Auto that you could never do in real life, or you could do it in real life, but you'd get arrested or something, hopefully. So they're cleaning up their frat boy culture, and they're going to change it. I'll read part of the Bloomberg article first, then we'll go out to Kotaku. So it said in summer 2020, after a police officer killed George Floyd, so we have to bring that up, Rockstar quietly shelved a mode of play it had planned to release for Grand Theft Auto Online. Called Cops and Crooks, the mode was a twist on the children's game, where players organized into teams of good guys and bad guys, but seemed especially tone-deaf during the global reckoning over police violence. Senior executives at the company, concerned about how the narrative might be interpreted during a time of heightened skepticism and mistrust of police, put it aside. They still haven't made plans to bring it back, according to people familiar with development. This was one of several politically sensitive actions Rockstar, a division of Take-Two, has taken in recent years. The company removed transphobic jokes from the most recent console release of Grand Theft Auto 5 and significantly narrowed its gender pay gap. Rockstar's next game, Grand Theft Auto 6, will include a playable female protagonist for the first time, according to people familiar with the game. The woman, who is Latina, I'm sorry, aren't we supposed to add an X to that? Will be one of a pair of leading characters in the story, influenced by the bank robbers Bonnie and Clyde. The people said developers are also being cautious not to punch down by making jokes about marginalized groups, the people said, in contrast to previous games. And this game is not going to sell very well. Well, I don't know. It might. People will buy it just because they're like, oh, it's a new Grand Theft Auto game. Moves like these once seemed unthinkable for a company whose best-selling franchise is a satirical depiction of America that involves playing gangsters who kill civilians and where women are mostly depicted as sex objects. Grand Theft Auto 5 was a nihilistic parody that threw insults at everything from right-wing radio hosts to liberal politicians inside the company. The tone wasn't much different. Rockstar employees described a workplace culture full of drinking, brawling, and excursions to strip clubs. The company was an early symbol of an industry-wide problem of long hours at the office, known as crunch, in which staff were expected to be at their desks. That's probably true. The strategy was financially successful and turned Grand Theft Auto 5 into the second best-selling game of all time. 165 million copies sold. Maybe people like the sex and the violence and the jokes. Maybe people like that. led to burnout. Since the outcry, Rockstar has attempted to reinvent itself as a more progressive and compassionate workplace, according to interviews with more than 20 people who work there or left recently, all of whom requested anonymity because they weren't authorized to speak publicly. One employee described it as a boys' club transformed into a real company. And what we're going to get is a neutered version of Grand Theft Auto. Now, look, I want to be clear. I don't condone a lot of the actions of these publishers. I know, like Electronic Arts, I had a friend who worked there, and it was awful. It was awful. What we had heard, the hours and the crunch and the demands and all of that. But that being said, like, it's not just, hey, let's clean up the workplace. It's like, no, let's just sanitize the company. And you're a company whose flagship product is, well, kind of dirty, kind of filthy. It's kind of a dirty, dirty game. And that's why people play it. Can a kinder, gentler Rockstar still produce the chart-topping caliber of game the studio has become known for? Some employees aren't sure. I don't think so. Morale across the company is higher than it's ever been. But the development of Grand Theft Auto 6 has been slower than impatient fans and even longtime employees had expected. Yeah, we'll just churn out more remakes and reissues. This was to piss people off. They said it was actually going to be Bonnie and Clyde, meaning you probably have a male and female protagonist that you can choose from. Lots of games have been doing that for many, many, many years. Hell, Super Mario Brothers 2. You could play as Peach, you could. So this was Kotaku's way of being like, we're going to have a woman, finally a woman gets to pay for sex with another woman and beat hookers. Yay! Go progress, right? According to Kotaku, GTA 6 co-stars a woman will be more culturally sensitive. This is what I'm worried about. Culturally sensitive. It's apparently going to be set in Miami, but the release date is likely years away. Years away. So all of this is about in keeping with an attempted cultural shift at the company. Shortly before the release of Red Dead Redemption 2 in 2018, Kotaku reported on brutal overtime. Of course, Bloomberg reports that in addition to trying to improve working conditions, the studio is trying to be more culturally sensitive. Especially since American culture has become, as the article puts it, a parody of itself in modern times. Well, they're not wrong. They're not wrong about that. So what are the comments saying here on Twitter? We've got some games you have an option blood gore off. Just add the option woke on or off. How would someone even play a game if they weren't awake? This makes no sense. Really needs less cursing and violence, too. Yeah, I know, right? They need to completely drop weapons from the game. The playable woman sounds awesome. Culturally sensitive part, that's actually what a game going woke looks like. That's the problem. I don't have a problem with there being a female lead or the option to play a female character. It's the game is known for its violence and its raunchiness and its twisted sense of humor. And if they take those things away, it's going to be a complete fucking bomb. It is. The times are changing, Gramps. The times are changing, Gramps. Oh, what a bitch. The world's becoming hedonistic and boring. No jokes allowed. Get with the times. Because many jokes hurt my feelings. Yeah, this is not going to go well, guys. I mean, even Bloomberg, it sounds like this is Jason Schreier. Yeah, it sounds to me like he's even like, yeah, I don't know how this is going to go. It sounds like Kotaku's even like, yeah, I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know how it's going to go. GTA 6 that's cautious about punching down doesn't even sound like GTA. If it goes the Saints Row route, yeah, a lot of people saying Saints Row. This will be the end of Rockstar as a relevant gaming company. Well, it's years away anyway. They're just going to nerf older versions of GTA and pump them out until 6 comes out. Translation, GTA 6 is going woke. Oh, this is coming from Review Tech USA. It's going woke. I hate to use the term, but I have to call it like I see it. I could care less about playable woman character. I actually agree with you. I think that's the problem. The fact that it's going to be sensitive, culturally sensitive. Doesn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I mean, come the fuck on. Why don't you just turn it into a cooking game and be done with it? In GTA 6, the unionized sex workers will be earning a real living wage when you drive a tank through the strip club. Gaming Twitter today after the GTA 6 news. Wait, women are real. Women are real. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, guys, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Yeah, they talked about the multiple female protagonists. They actually called that out. So they put this article out. Kotaku puts this article out, and then they turn around and they have to put this one out. It won't actually be the series first. It's going to have a woman, but it's not going to be the first woman that was ever in Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, good luck with this. Good luck with this, Rockstar. This is years away. I think it's going to be a huge disaster, and you're going to get what you deserve. I guess. I don't know. I'm going to go back to playing 3. I like 3. I'll go play GTA 3. Anyway, going to wrap this up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.